In the peaceful village of Eldervale, where mist kissed the mountains every morning, lived a humble potter named Elias. His cottage sat near a quiet stream, and his hands were always covered in clay. To the villagers, Elias was more than a craftsman. He was an artist who could give soul to soil. Each pot he made told a story of patience, care, and love. Among all his creations, 2 water pots stood out. One was flawless, smooth, symmetrical, and shining like gold under sunlight. The other had a thin, winding crack running down its side. Elias named the perfect one Luna, and the cracked one Mira. Every morning, Elias carried both pots to the stream. He filled them with fresh, cool water, balanced them on a pole across his shoulders, and began the long walk home. By the time he arrived, Luna was still full. But Mira had leaked almost half her water along the path, leaving a trail of wet earth behind. The villagers often pointed and laughed. "Why keep that useless pot?" they teased. "It can't even do the one thing it was made for." Elias only nodded, brushing off their laughter. But deep inside, Mira felt shame burn through her clay. She wished she could be like Luna, perfect, admired, and complete. Days turned into weeks, and Mira's guilt grew heavier. Every drop that escaped her crack felt like a failure. She watched Elias labor endlessly, wondering why he still chose her for the journey. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, she finally spoke. "Master," she said softly, her voice trembling like wind on water. "I am sorry. You work so hard, yet I fail you every day. Please make another pot, one that will serve you better." Elias paused, his kind eyes meeting hers. "Mira," he whispered, "tomorrow, look carefully at the path we walk. See what your cracks have done." The next morning, Elias lifted both pots as usual. The path shimmered under the morning light, damp with dew. For the first time, Mira looked down as they walked, and her breath caught. On her side of the road bloomed a ribbon of wildflowers, bluebells, daisies, and tiny yellow blossoms, swaying gently in the breeze. Luna's side of the path was bare and dusty, but Mira's was alive with color. Mira's eyes widened in wonder. "All this from me?" she whispered. Elias smiled warmly. "Yes, little one," he said. "I knew your crack would spill water, so I scattered seeds along your side months ago. Every drop you thought you wasted was watering them. You didn't fail me. Mira, you brought life." Within days, the once dull road to the stream turned into a garden of fragrance and color. Travelers stopped to take pictures. Children plucked flowers for their mothers. People began calling it the path of the cracked pot. Those who once mocked Mira now admired her, realizing that imperfection had painted beauty where none existed before. For the first time, Mira didn't try to hide her crack. She stood proudly, sunlight glinting off her uneven surface. Months later, word of the pot that grew flowers reached distant lands. Artists, monks, and nobles came to see it for themselves. They were amazed that something broken could create such beauty. Many tried to buy Mira, offering Elias gold and silver, but he refused. "Some things," he said, "are not made to be sold. They're made to teach." Elias placed Mira in the center of his workshop, surrounded by new pots in progress. "Watch her," he told his apprentices. "She'll remind you that purpose isn't found in perfection, but in what you pour into the world, even if it leaks." Time moved on. The story of the potter and the cracked vessel became a tale told to every child in Eldervale, a story of grace, purpose, and unseen beauty. Travelers who walked the flowered path still felt a strange peace there. as if the earth whispered Elias's words. You don't need to be perfect to be useful. You just need to keep pouring out what you have. And in the soft wind that danced over the petals, Mira's spirit seemed to laugh proud, free, and whole at last. Moral: even your flaws have purpose. What you see as weakness may be the very thing that brings beauty and meaning to the world. Thanks for watching. Tell me one thing you learned from this story. If today's story resonates with you, share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Until next time, stay motivated and keep shining.